Welcome to Dutchess Discussions, where we talk about true crime and missing cases. Stay tuned, the live stream will begin shortly.
Take on the night to reach the morning. We'll write our names in blood and glory. Our hearts are unafraid of making our own fate, and we don't need to wait. We're a phoenix rising from the ashes, fighting our courage climbing. We'll never, never surrender. This is our battle. Won't stay in the shadows now. Living for tomorrow. We'll never, never surrender. Walking through fire will leave us stronger. And we might grow tired, but not going under. No, no. Breaking all the chains. It's time to take our place. It's time to take our place. We're a phoenix rising from the ashes, fighting our courage climbing. We'll never, never surrender. This is our battle. Won't stay in the shadows now. Living for tomorrow. We'll never, never surrender. Breaking all the chains. It's time to take our place. Time to take our place. Oh, our hearts are unafraid of making our own fate. Of making our own fate. We're a phoenix rising from the ashes, fighting our courage climbing. We'll never, never surrender. This is our battle. Won't stay in the shadows now. Living for tomorrow. We'll never, never surrender.
Hey everyone, how are you doing? My name is Dutchess, and this is Dutchess Discussions, where we talk about true crime and we talk about a lot of missing cases. And tonight I have a special guest that wants me to talk about a missing case out of Maury County, Tennessee. So I appreciate you guys all coming over to hear about this very important case. And that case is about Jaden Carpenter. And I just want to welcome everyone here. This is the case that we're talking about tonight out of Maury County, Tennessee. Find Jaden Carpenter. So I want to welcome everyone here tonight. Thank you, mods, for being here. I see Dragon Classy Diamond Art. Thank you for being here, Dragon. Hey, Michelle. So good to see you, Arctic Fox. Thank you so much for coming over and being here to to be here for this very important live stream, guys, because we have Jaden Leigh Carpenter's sister that is going to be our special guest tonight, and she is going to tell us about her sister and her disappearance, which happened on October the 7th of 2022. And that is in Columbia, Tennessee, and that is near Nashville. So I just want to get the word out for her. She has started a Facebook group, and the mods are going to be dropping that in the chat. So please, if you're interested in this case, I encourage you to go over and please join the Facebook group. Vannah is such a sweet lady, and she is really worried about her sister, and she wants to get this information out there. So I just want to say hey to all of my members and all of my subscribers. Thank you so much for joining me this evening as we talk to Vannah and hear about how this case unfolds. I also see that Michelle has shared Jaden's NAMUS profile. So we're going to talk more about that here in just a minute. So if you guys will please give a warm welcome to Vannah.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Vannah, thank you so much for reaching out to me and asking me if I would be willing to share your sister's missing case.
Well, thank you very much for covering her case and trying to help me get more exposure to her case.
Absolutely. We're happy to do it. And as you guys know, you can go to my Twitter page on Facebook or on my YouTube community wall. You can find that I did a recent video highlighting all the information that we know about Jaden Carpenter's disappearance in Maury County, Tennessee. We can also watch that video tonight on this live stream if everyone in the chat gives me a heads up if that's what they want to do. It's a little 6-minute video that kind of gives us a lot of information about that case. Vannah, tell us exactly what happened October the 7th. How did you find out that your sister Jaden was missing?
Well, it actually took a little while for me to find out because I live out of state. So it was about a week after she had went missing. Her ex-boyfriend had contacted me and said that nobody had seen or heard from her in over a week. And so I tried blowing her up. I tried calling her on all of the Facebook accounts that she had and her Snapchat and all the phone numbers that I had for her because she had a few different ones that had changed.
Now, what happened during this Snapchat message? You said ex-boyfriend. I take it that she had a current boyfriend.
Yes. Her ex-boyfriend, she was dating for like a year before she got with the current boyfriend that she was with when she went missing. And she had moved out from her ex-boyfriend's house in with the new boyfriend, and they were together for a couple months before she went missing.
Oh, wow.
But her ex-boyfriend reached out to me because he said that the last time that he spoke to her was on Snapchat, and she sounded scared and like she wanted him to come get her. So he was like, okay, I'll come get you or whatever. And then the call got cut out and she never got to tell him where she was. And then he just figured, oh, well, maybe she doesn't, or, maybe, the call just called out or cut out. She doesn't want me to come get her or whatever. He just figured it was normal until he hadn't heard from her in over a week. And then because they still had a lot of mutual friends because they dated for like a year, and none of their friends had seen or heard from her. And then none of her friends had seen or heard from her. So I ended up filing a police report. I think it was like the 15th or 16th of October, because her ex-boyfriend initially tried to file the police report, but they wouldn't let him. And I think it was because they thought he was like a disgruntled ex. Well, oh, she doesn't want to talk to you, dude. She's not missing, whatever. But yeah.
That gives me chills. Because the ex-boyfriend, who she's no longer in a relationship with, is still concerned about her. I mean, he didn't reach out immediately, but he felt like, hey, I need to tell her sister because something is wrong. Yet her own current boyfriend didn't even bother to reach out to say anything to you.
No, I had to reach out to him because when I found out that she was missing, I tried like Facebook calling him because obviously I didn't have his phone number and I didn't have him as a friend on Facebook, but I messaged him and then he ended up messaging me back that they had been working and they came home and they were getting ready to go to bed, but then she said that she was hungry, so she was going to take the car and go to town and get food. But then he said that she had texted him saying she can't do it anymore, and that she would leave his car at the end of the driveway with the keys in it. And he said that was the last time he saw her, but he wouldn't talk to me on the phone or anything.
And the police, when you called them, did they go and get a statement from the boyfriend and the ex-boyfriend?
Yes, I believe they've questioned actually both of them and had statements like a couple times
Okay.
between the two of the
Now,
ex and boyfriend.
I did read somewhere that the boyfriend gave two different scenarios about what actually happened when your sister went missing. Is that true or false?
Yeah, well, he gave me one story and then it was slightly different from what he told the police. He told the police that the same thing they had been working, they actually went to bed and the story he told the police. And he said he woke up at 4 a.m. and she was gone. And there was a text message from her saying the same thing. She couldn't do it anymore. But the only other difference was that she said that she would leave the keys in the vehicle in the roadway somewhere. So, like, he tried to make her look bad to the police.
So, can I ask, did Jaden take any of her personal belongings when she went to go get food or whatever she left the house for? Did she take her phone? Did she take her purse? Did she take any clothes with her? Or that's
I would
unknown?
guess his story was accurate. She would have taken all of her stuff. But I don't know. None of her personal belongings have been recovered either.
So, and for anyone that's asking, I see Sweet D is saying, where did the current boyfriend and Jaden live?
They actually lived south of Columbia. Can't really disclose.
Okay. I know. We understand. We understand. I agree, Arctic, that it is sus that the current boyfriend didn't reach out. And I see someone up here, which my friend Michelle, she's in Tennessee and she hadn't seen it on the local news.
Yeah, it only got played once. And yeah, the boyfriend actually wouldn't accept my friend request. Like I said, he wouldn't talk to me on the phone because after he messaged me back, I tried calling him again. And he was like, oh, sorry, I was working on the farm, yada, yada. And so
interesting.
I really haven't, I figured he would at least share her missing poster or something.
Yeah, that is that's very interesting. Sweet D says, so when did the car resurface, or did it? The one where she supposedly left the keys?
Well, supposedly, he must have gotten it right back. I don't know. I don't know that she actually took it, or that she actually ever left. Who knows?
Yeah, that's that part. Because where are the eyewitnesses? Did anybody see her? Did she stop anywhere? I guess they probably checked to see any cameras at gas stations or anything to see if anybody. I hope so. Tell me a little bit about Jaden. What kind of person was she?
Well, she went down the wrong path there for a while. But before that, she was always trying to make people laugh. She really understood pain. Anybody who had anything that they ever went through, she could understand exactly how they felt. She didn't really have an easy life growing up. She made the best of it, but she was always, trying to make people laugh. And me and her just, we would pick on each other, you know, how siblings do, and
Oh yeah.
back and forth. But
No. Was she a
there,
mother? Was she a mother? Did she have
yeah,
children of her own?
yeah, she was actually a teen mom. She had her daughter when she was 17, before she graduated high school. And she since she went down the wrong path and all of that, she had lost custody of her daughter, and I feel like that caused her to spiral even more out of control. And
Oh
it
no.
wasn't just that she lost custody, but she ended up losing rights to her daughter as well, because her daughter's father's new wife adopted her. So I feel like that was her one thing that was going to keep her pushing straight and keep, you know, she was a really sad person, you know, she didn't feel like she had anything to live for sometimes, you know. And I just, I don't know, I feel like if that didn't happen, maybe she would have pushed to be better and gotten out of that, you know.
Okay. Can I ask you another question? When she lost her daughter, how long ago has that been in respect to when she went missing? Was
That's another part that's wild. She actually, so a year, not this last October 2021 is when she told me about it. So it was like October 10th, 2021 that she told me, you know, and I wept. I cried because like I couldn't imagine, you know, not being able to have any rights to my
Right.
child. And, you know, I just felt for her, and I was really sad for her because I knew that was something that, you know, she needed to keep her grounded. And so when she told me that, it was a year, almost a year to when she went missing.
Wow. So we really just, do you know what kind of frame of mind she was in? I mean, was there any reason that your sister, was she trying to get away from the current boyfriend? Did you have
Uh,
any indication that there was anything that may have been going on that would give you any alert? Because I know that you said that the boyfriend did give his statement to the police, but I'm really hoping the police is going to dig into this further to get more information. um, and I'm so thankful that the ex-boyfriend reached out to you to let you know this was happening, because otherwise you wouldn't have even known, Vanna.
well, I would have known eventually because
Right. Well,
we spoke,
eventually, but
you know, we spoke
yeah.
about every week or 2 weeks. You know, we kept in contact because I knew what kind of a lifestyle she was living, and I was the only one in my family who still kept in contact with her because I have been through similar situations. And, you know, I know how lonely it can be, and I know I didn't want her to feel like nobody understood her, and I didn't want her to have no contact with anyone in our family. So uh, around August, me and her had a conversation about how she needed to keep in touch with me more often. And she was like, I promise I will. And then from there on out, we were speaking like almost weekly. And we were like video calling each other, and then like messaging each other all the time. And then
It
the
sounds
last,
like you're a really great sister. I mean, you obviously love your sister and you care about her, and that's wonderful that you are being her voice right now, because she needs that, because Jaden's life matters, and she's your sister. And I know you want to find her. I know you want to make her be able to see that, like, life isn't over. You can get away from him, but it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to break those chains to get away from people that are toxic. It's difficult and it can be scary. I just hope that something didn't happen to her in the process of her trying to get away. And that's why it's really important, if somebody knows any information about where Jaden Carpenter is, when the last time that they saw her, if they've had any type of contact, or if you know that there's something suspicious, if you know anything about this situation, you can reach out to law enforcement anonymously and give them a tip. You don't have to give your name. You can call Detective O'Brien, and I'm going to share her poster here very quickly. This is a poster that I made for Jaden, and it's got her NAMUS number on it. Um, please reach out to Detective Sergeant Sean O'Brien, and I believe there's another detective, Detective Voss, that's V as in Victor, OSS, that's been added to this case. The phone numbers are on here. If you have any information, please reach out. And if you're in Tennessee, I can get you a copy of this poster. If you email me, I'll be happy to send it to you. This is also on my Facebook page. This video is on my YouTube. Please share the video. This is so important to get this information out. I know that the only article that I have currently seen that has been shared, and I'm going to just share that real quickly, if that's okay with you, Vannah. This is the article right here. Deputies searching for woman missing over a week in Maury County. And this is from October 17th of 2022.
The poster's still on the page.
Oh, is it still? Hang on. Let me get back over here. Thank you for telling me. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, here we go. Okay. So this is the only news push that I have seen about Jaden Carpenter. And Jaden Leigh Carpenter also goes by the nickname Shug.
Yeah, that's her nickname from when she was a baby. It was, we called her Miss Shug because she was so sweet when she was a baby. She was just really, you know, sweet and happy and stuff. And then it slowly got shortened to Shug. And then when we got older, I used to call her Shug Knight, you know, little, you know, funny.
Right. Well, that's how sisters are, you know. We have little pet names for each other. And it says here that the Carpenter is known to stay in Maury and Williamson County. Now, is Williamson County next to Maury County? Do you know anything about that?
Yes.
Okay.
It goes Maury County, Williamson County, and then Davidson County. It's like right there by Nashville, like going south.
Okay. Yeah, because Nashville is north of Columbia, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I used to live down there on and off for like a long time, 10, 12 years.
I just wanted to make sure that everyone knew that this is the only article.
There was a news clip too. There was a video.
Okay.
I shared it to the Facebook group, but I think it was also News 2 or News 4 in Nashville, and it was the right when everything first came out that she was missing.
Okay, and here is the Facebook group that Vannah has started for her sister. It is called Help Find Jaden Carpenter, right here. And it's got the poster that I created with her NAMUS number on it. So if you need to also pick this poster up, it is also in the Facebook group. Please share this out on your social media. You can see there is several things. Here's the poster shared here. You know, just go download it. Share it out everywhere that you can. And if you're in Tennessee, if you happen to live in this area, would you please reach out to me via email or on Facebook if you are near Maury County, Tennessee? I'd really like to find someone that can be boots on the ground that would be able to go out and hang up flyers in that area, because Vannah doesn't live in the state of Tennessee any longer, and that is quite a trip for her, and she has children of her own, and she may not be able to get down there to do that. And that would be really great if if there's any locals to that area that might be willing to go out there.
There are actually a few people that are in the group that are locals to the area that said that they were going to print off some of the flyers and hang them up.
That's wonderful. That is wonderful. I'm going to go back over here to the chat because I think some people had some more questions. I see Sandy had something, and I want to go find that. Hey, Sandy, it's good to see you, darling. Sounds like she wanted the ex-boyfriend to come and get her, and maybe the boyfriend didn't let her finish talking to him on the phone. Maybe he heard her on the phone and he did something.
I've heard that he was pretty jealous, like, and controlling. I actually just got a message just now from somebody saying that they would hang flyers.
Excellent. Thank you. Whoever just reached out. You never know who's watching the live stream. That's why I always make a call. If somebody is in an area where I'm covering a case, I have so many wonderful people that are in all these different states that are willing to go out and do this. And God bless y'all for being
Yes,
willing
I
to help
appreciate
Vannah.
all the support and all the shares and everything to help get, um, her case heard, and so that more people put some pressure on the police. I'm not, I want to believe that they're doing everything they can, but I don't know for sure, and I think
Don't
they
be
will,
afraid to call. Don't be afraid to call and ask questions and say, I
uh,
noticed on her NAMUS profile, they didn't have her pictures or
yeah,
all
I'm
of her
actually going to
tattoos.
call them tomorrow morning and tell them that they need to, put some pictures, at least some descriptions of like her tattoos, a description of what
Perfect.
she looks like a little, they don't have enough details on there
I
for
think that
sure.
would be
So,
great. You sometimes we have to stay on the law enforcement to make sure, because I know that they'll say, well, we're busy, we have this, but that's their job. Their
right.
job is to be
Yeah.
there for you.
One crime isn't more important than the other, and one case isn't, they all have to have priority, and it's not the person who's trying, the victim's family's job to worry about their other cases, is how I feel about it. Like, it's, yes, I appreciate I appreciate the police and what they do and everything, but it's not my job to worry about the other cases that they have going on. It's my job to worry about getting my sister's story heard, and making sure whoever knows anything comes forward. And, that's another thing I just want to say. Like, what if it was your family member who, if maybe the person who knows something is watching this, if it was your family member, how would you feel if they were missing and it's going on 9 months without my baby sister? And I still have no clue or for certain. I mean, of course I have my suspicions, but there's no evidence, there's nothing. And I just don't know, there's some days that are really hard for me, and it's been 9 long months of every single day I've at least cried once over it, because that's my sister. We grew up together, and I just think, like, she was only 21. She had her whole life to live, and she could have turned it around. But honestly, I don't think she's alive. I honestly do not feel like she is. Like, I try to have hope that she is, but I don't believe that she would not reach out to me, because I know I was getting on her the last time we talked, because I could see patterns and I could tell what she was doing, and once you live that life, it's pretty easy for you to see when somebody else is doing it, even over social media. So I just wanted what was best for her, and I was getting on her ass because, that's my little sister, and I knew she could do better, and I wanted the best for her. And I just want whoever knows what happened to her to feel guilty for what they did. They should feel
Right.
guilty or even if I don't think she's hiding somewhere. I just don't feel like that's what she would do, but I don't know.
Hey, She Beast. Thank you for being here. Thanks for everybody coming in and listening. And thank you for telling us that, because the people want to see the family tell the story, because I could never tell Jaden's story in the way that you just did. I mean,
There's a
it's
lot
just,
more I could say about her, but
I'm
it would
sure.
go on.
But I know that there's things that you have to keep close to the vest. We've talked about some of those
Right.
things, because you want to make sure everything stays above board, with law enforcement, and just make sure you stay in touch with them, um, and continue to ask questions, and demand answers, because the minute that you stop talking about your sister is the minute that they're going to not be looking for her, because that's just how it is. Yeah,
Right.
I
Because
hate to say that, but that is
well, yeah, like, they have so many cases coming in. It's easy for them to put something on the back burner if there's not pressure applied.
right. Right.
And
That's exactly
that's
right.
another reason I made the group on Facebook for her, was because, I wanted to get exposure, and I know she had a lot of friends, real friends, even from back when she was in high school. And so many of her friends have reached out, and said really nice things about her and shared pictures. And, it's been really nice to have that group to have the support and, everybody that's there, you know,
Yeah, and Sweet
wanting to
D,
help find her and sharing and
yes, Sweet.
everything.
I'm glad Sweet D had told me in the comments on another, I think it was a YouTube post or maybe it was a YouTube video, Sweet D. I can't remember, darling, where it was at, but she told me because that you were local to her. And
Which
here she said,
brother?
yeah, tell us, Sweet D. Sweet D's awesome. She comes to a bunch of my live streams, and I appreciate you, Sweet D. Thank you so much for being here. Hey, Crystal. Crystal is a praying woman. I'm going to tell you what, she's going to keep you prayed up. I promise you. What does state law enforcement think she could be in? I'm in Kentucky and I can hang flyers here. Now, I think you told me that originally the family was from Michigan. Is that correct?
Yeah, we're from Michigan, and I actually don't live far from Michigan now. So
And
if
what
she
is
were to
there any
leave
other state
state,
that she's ever lived in besides Michigan and Tennessee?
no, no.
Okay.
And if she were to leave state, she would have came to Michigan because, like, we don't have family there. I mean, I feel like she wouldn't. If anything, maybe Florida, but I don't think she would go there. Like, I don't know. I just don't see her not being active on social media. She's always got her phone in her hand.
Duchess, if the ex-boyfriend wouldn't have called and told the family, I wonder how long was boyfriend going to call family and if he was even going to call. Yeah.
He probably wasn't. I didn't get to see what Sweet D said.
I think I hadn't got down to that yet. Seth.
Oh yeah, that's my little brother.
Anna, we can't divulge the boyfriend's name right now because it's an ongoing investigation. So
yeah, I can't release any names because of the ongoing investigation, and we don't want to, give out too much to the public where somebody's going to be.
But I'm sure anyone that personally knows her knows who that person is.
Right.
So if they have the information that is needed to help solve this case, they know what to do. They know who they're dealing with.
I mean, I've had people reach out to me who I feel like were just messaging me and fishing for what I knew to find out what the police knew so that they could try to stay ahead of it. And I just can't trust a lot of things. Like, I can't, like, even if people message me trying to give me information, half the time they're asking me what I know. Like, why don't you just tell me the information? Why do you need to know what I know? And it's just like,
I understand. Any of us that cover cases that's in this chat right now, we understand. And you don't have to divulge anything that you don't want the public to be aware of. And you can always come back at another time when you feel like that you have more information that you want to share, or if there's new information that's being put out. I would encourage you to contact the news stations or to ask the police officer if he is considered re-interviewing the boyfriend, or is it possible we can get another media push for your sister and, just see what kind of feedback you can get with that.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and call him tomorrow. And they've actually told me that they've seen my page. One of the detectives actually is on the page, or is following the Help Find Jaden Carpenter page. So he sees everything that we post. So they could even be watching the live.
True. Crystal says her in-laws live in Tennessee close to Knoxville, and she will print off some flyers and hang them there. Do you care if she adds her flyer beside of Summer's on her husband's semi?
No, I don't mind. Thank you. Is it like a billboard, or is it just, that's awesome. Yeah.
Thank you, Crystal. You are awesome. Crystal, and listen, she is a wonderful God-fearing woman, and I know that she will be keeping you in her prayers. She is an amazing creator. She has her own channel, and maybe she'll talk about this case on her channel.
I'd be fine with that. I'm open to having anyone who could get her story out there, because somebody might watch a video one person posts but won't watch one that another influencer posts. So I'm completely open to as many people wanting to do stories, do share her story. I'm
Yeah, so
willing
Arctic,
to
if you want to
share.
have her on your channel, checking convictions, any creators that are watching this live, if you're live with us now or you're watching this on the replay and you want to help Vannah get Jaden Carpenter's story out from Maury County, Tennessee, reach out to me and I'll put you in touch with Vannah, or you can just get in touch with her in the Facebook group.
Yeah,
Um,
that would work.
because we just, I think that working together with other creators, that's when we're using our strength, is
Yeah,
because
there's
helping
power
each
in
other.
numbers.
We always got to be helping somebody. We don't have to be arguing with each other, and we let's just help each other. And that's what it takes. And Crystal volunteering to, it's a magnetic flyer. His truck goes all over United States and Canada.
Yes,
So
thank you
that
very
is
much.
amazing. I love you so much. Thank you. Thank
Yes,
you.
that'd
You
be
are a
great.
doll. And Arctic says you're welcome to come on his channel if you want to. Arctic is an amazing creator and he's also funny. He's a comedian. And so
I
if
never
you're having a
watched the
down
video that.
day, Arctic will definitely make you laugh. But he is the king of missing cases. He's like making 11 videos a day. He is working hard all the time.
He
And
did make a short video
he
of
did.
her. I
Yes.
remember watching that. I think I did share it to the group as well, and I also have already subscribed.
Hey,
So
Andy, I'm so glad to see you here. I hope you're doing well. Yes, the truth will always come to light, sweet D. The truth will always come to light. Hey,
I
Brandy,
know
it's so
it's
good to
just
see you.
taking so long.
Sometimes it does take time. It does take time, but sometimes things have to unfold, and it doesn't always happen in the blink of an eye.
Right. And
Sometimes,
the pieces of evidence or clues that come in, they don't come in order, so they got to figure it all out. And I'm just,
look, Princess Megan Elsa is on it. She's already posted her pic to Twitter just now. So see, I mean,
thank you so much.
just that little, that's how powerful social media can be. You don't have to be an influencer. You don't have to have a channel where you cover missing cases. You can just pick up that one flyer and just share it on your social media platforms, and you never know how many people are going to see that flyer. People that wouldn't see it on my platform, or that
Be
might not see it on Arctic's platform, but they might see it on your page and call in a tip.
true.
So
Before I made the Help Find Jaden Carpenter group, I actually had two pictures with like a description above it, that like a Facebook post that I had posted about her, and then the one that Maury County Police had put out, and then I was sharing those two posters every single day on my wall, and then I made the Facebook group because it was easier to get more people, and it's a public group, and my Facebook is set to private, so I don't have to but
exactly. That makes total sense. And look, Crystal said, I'll be praying, and she would love to have you on her channel also if you want to tell her story. Vannah, she's not missing to God. He knows right where she is and has never had his eyes off of her. Amen. Amen. That's exactly right. He knows all the things. We might not know, but you can be certain that he knows. And that we just have to keep the faith that she's out there, and we're going to have to
I
put
mean,
all
I've
the
also
pieces
just
together.
had, like, I'm a pretty spiritual person, and I've just seen signs. I mean, I could be interpreting it wrong, but on her birthday, um we have a couple stray cats around here, and on her birthday of all days, one of these cats injured a mourning dove, and I ended up picking it up and putting it in like a shoebox and pouring water in a water bottle cap and letting it drink water out of my hand, and then I put the shoebox with it open in the garage so that the cats couldn't get to it, so it could die peacefully. And I kind of felt like that was a sign, especially being that it was on her birthday, like of all days. And there's just been other signs. I try to keep hope. Like, it would be the best case scenario that she's out there somewhere and that she could
Right.
come home or leave Tennessee, whatever she needs to do. I don't know. It's hard.
It is. I can understand that. I can understand that. And you sound like a couple of other cases that I've covered. Amber Ray Johnston, her mother says she feels the same way. She said, I can't explain it, but I just don't think she's with us any longer. And it's really sad when you know that a family member has almost made peace with that, but they still need the answer. They
Right.
still need it to be over with because, that's her daughter. And she struggled with drugs also. But, at the end of the day, it's like I told Sharon, she's your child. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter. None of those things matter when it's your child because her life still matters because she's your little girl. And see, Jaden is your sister. And that's why I wanted you to be able to come here and, tell us about Jaden, share her story, tell us anything that you think that may help us to bring her home. What if you would like to go on other channels? You
Yeah,
guys
I'm
obviously
completely
know how to
down.
reach out
But
to Vannah.
anyone who,
So
I'm sorry, we
no,
just
go
trying
ahead.
to like talk over each other for a
No,
second.
go ahead. Go
But
ahead.
yeah, I'm completely down to go on um any of them. Honestly, just reach out to me. You can message me on Facebook
Okay.
and go from there. Yeah, that's another thing. How you were saying something about how her mom feels and all that, and like my sister always told me that I was like a second mom to her because when we were growing up, we were basically like latchkey kids. My mom worked, and when we got home from school, I was the oldest because my older brother had moved out, and I was the oldest, and I had to take care of Seth and Shug after school. And so, I was always there and always looking out for her. And it just, yeah, it just feels like my practice for being a mom. And, I tried my best to be a good influence for her. And I just wish she would have made better choices.
I understand. I understand. And we can only be in control of ourselves. So it's really hard when we want other people to change and do the things that we know that's better for them.
Yeah.
Um,
You can lead a
but
horse
we're,
to water, but you can't make them drink.
yeah, but we can just be there to try to be supportive and love people where they are and try to lift them up. I just pray that this is not a circumstance where something heinous has happened to her. And I'm going to continue to try to help you find those answers and to get the answers that you need for law enforcement to continue looking into this, because I think to not continue to ask questions. Now, the boyfriend, whom now I have a lot of questions about, obviously, um, did Jaden live with him? Did they live together? I think you
Yeah.
told me.
Yeah.
And did he live with anybody else or did they live by
They
themselves?
lived with his mom,
They lived
but
with his mom.
yeah, they all live together, but it's his mom's property.
Do you have any personal feelings about what you think happened to Jaden? If you don't want to
Um,
share it, it's okay, but I just wanted to ask.
yeah, I don't really know if I should share that. I do have
Okay.
suspicions and I do think something happened, but I don't want to, you know,
I understand, and I
say too
respect
much.
that.
And
We've had a lot of interesting comments in the chat. I think a lot of people have questions as well, so we're going to just keep sharing this flyer and staying tuned in the Facebook group. If there's anything that anyone knows, please don't hesitate to reach out to Maury County Sheriff's Department or Detective O'Brien or Detective Voss. And again, I'm going to share Jaden's flyer. Here's the other flyer that I actually made for Jaden. And again, she is now 22 years old. She was 21 when she went missing. Jaden Leigh Carpenter is a white female, and she has brownish red, a reddish tint to her hair. She has blue eyes. She is approximately 5 feet 6 inches tall. Jaden weighs about 130 pounds now. Now, there is another missing poster that was put out previous with Jaden's weight being about 160 to 180. But this was prior to drug use. Am I correct in saying that?
Yeah, she used to be a little bit bigger, like right after she had her daughter. And like even before that, like when she was in high school and stuff, she was always a thicker girl. She wasn't like big, but she was always a thicker girl. And then when she got started using, she did lose quite a bit of weight.
Hey, Marie, thank you for being here. I'm so glad to see you, love. So I just wanted to clarify because I had some people ask me why I did put 130 pounds on the poster. And that is exactly why, because that is what Vannah said that I needed to put because that would be the most accurate. And something else they did not
Well,
include.
approximately. I wouldn't know exactly
Right,
either.
but because she has lost weight, she's definitely not 170, 180 pounds,
No.
obviously. And she also wears glasses. That is something else that they did not include on her missing information. So she's also known as Shug. She was last heard from on October the 7th of 2022 by her ex-boyfriend via Snapchat. Obviously, she had reached out to him. She sounded like she was in distress, but the phone call got disconnected and he was not able to get back in touch with her. So he was not sure exactly what happened to cause that situation. Jaden may be staying in the Maury County or Williamson County area, and law enforcement suggested that she could be out of state, likely because she has family members that are located out of state. But as you've heard Vannah state tonight, that is highly unlikely that she is in the state of Michigan. Her NAMUS number is 99098, and the mods have shared that NAMUS link in the chat. She does have several tattoos. She has baby girl tattooed across her chest. She has the name Ava in barbed wire around her wrist. She has Love is Evil tattooed on her forearm. She also has a tattoo, which I found out later, of a rose on her wrist. Apparently, that is a matching tattoo to a friend that has the same tattoo, and it's just like a single rose. And that is right on her wrist area, right here, where you can see that I have this tattoo.
It was kind of like a rose with an infinity sign.
Right,
Like,
you can see,
yeah,
like, where I have let me
but
take
it's
this
small.
closer
It's like
here.
a really small.
Yeah, you can see, like, where I have this on my forearm, that's where this rose is. Um, and then, of course, she has several she has nose, ear, belly button piercings and several small hand, wrist, and finger tattoos. So, I mean, she has a lot of distinct markings that you're going to know if it's her. There's going to be no doubt when you are able to see these tattoos. And again, Detective Sergeant Sean O'Brien and Detective Voss with Maury County Sheriff's Department is handling this investigation in Maury County, Tennessee. Please share this flyer. Please join up to the Facebook group. And mods, if you could please share that NAMUS link again. Thank you, thank you so much, Michelle. There it is right here. Crystal, God bless you for willing to have your husband to share her poster on his rig. I think
Yeah,
that's
that's really
incredible.
great. Like, that'll be great exposure, especially being that a lot of people look at that kind of stuff when they're driving on the interstate. I know when
Yeah.
I'm going on road trips and stuff, I'm always looking at the other cars and seeing what's around. So,
Now you can also, and I think Arctic probably has this. Well, it's in my mod link chat mods. Lamar billboards. You can call Lamar, and I'm going to have the mods to drop that link in the chat if they can grab it.
I do
Um,
believe you mentioned that to me
you
too.
can call and see if they might be willing to donate sharing your sister's case on a billboard. Um, and Lamar is the only one that does that. So you definitely want to give them a call because there's a chance they might put billboards up in the area to see if somebody might recognize her. Catering Witch, thank you for being here. I'm so glad to see you, and I'm so glad to see you here again tonight, She Beast. Thank you so much for sharing that out on your Facebook. So, is there anything else you can think of that you want to share about this case?
Not that I can think of. I'm drawing a blank. I mean, I'm sure there's more I could say, but I just can't think of it right now.
I understand. I understand. And you can always come back. And you know that here it is. Arctic Fox has got it right here. Lamar Advertising. And you can call that number or go to their website and find out information about getting your sister a billboard.
Okay.
Yeah, anything helps. You know, we have a lot of resources that we can try to help. So if there's any questions that you have or you need me for anything, you know how to reach out to me on Facebook.
Yes, for sure. If there's any updates, I wouldn't mind coming back on. And
Y'all give some hearts and prayer hands for Vannah for coming up and being so brave to come up and tell Jaden's story and share that with us tonight. We are so
thank you, everyone. This was my first live, so.
Well, you did wonderful. You did wonderful. She said she was nervous, y'all, but I'm telling you, she aced this. I mean, this was a breeze for her. You did so well. And we really appreciate all of the information that you've given us because we want to be able to share out the accurate and factual information that we do know. And if you find out any further information, you know, feel free to contact us. And I will make sure to put you in touch with Crystal and put you in touch with Arctic. They're probably going to go over and join up to the Facebook group and they'll be able to connect with you. And then I look forward to seeing you over on their channel and hearing you tell your story over there. And we're going to get all this information out there for you. So just let us know what our community can do to help.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. And I hope that you have a great evening.
And I'll be in contact with you on Facebook and all of that. So
that sounds good. Well, I'm going to let you go so you can take care of your family and we will catch up very soon.
All right. Thank you. You have a good night.
Take care, Vannah.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye. All right, guys. That was Vannah. And I really appreciate her coming on to tell this story. It's very important that we find information about where Jaden Carpenter is. Because as you guys heard, I've got questions. This whole story about the ex-boyfriend calling because he's concerned because she's calling him. She's living with the boyfriend and his mom, but he doesn't even call the family to say that she's missing. And they were only dating 2 or 3 months, y'all. This makes me feel very uneasy, and I don't like it. I don't like the not knowing. But Vannah is very brave to come and share this story and to start the Facebook group. And I hope that you guys will go over there and join this group and share this poster out. And I just want to thank everybody for being here and for sharing my posters out that I make. If you see my posters on Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube and you share them out, thank you so much. It really means so much. It's not for me. It's for the people who are on the poster because that's who you're helping. It's not helping me. It's helping the people that are on the poster because we got to bring these people home. Because sometimes I don't know who's actually looking for these people. I don't know if law enforcement's actually looking for some of these people. And that is really concerning to me. And we want to use social media responsibly and be able to share these cases out. And we don't want to do irresponsible things like Zav Girl and try to make money off of putting out grotesque pictures of things on cases that have no place in this community. And I know a lot of creators have spoke out about that. And I just wanted to take this moment to say that I'm disgusted with that. And I'm appalled as a mother with a child. And as a YouTube creator who covers missing cases, I can't imagine doing that to somebody. And I do not support that. And I hope that if you are subscribed to her, that you will unsubscribe and that you will not tolerate and you will take a stand against the disgusting behaviors that some of these people, if you want to know what a tragedy pimp is, that's what a tragedy pimp is. And Zaf Girl, I'm extremely disappointed in you. And I hope that you will apologize to Gannon's family. And I hope that you will apologize to everyone on YouTube because you're a disgrace. And that's all I have to say about that. Thank you guys for joining me. Let's keep the cases factual. Let's be respectful of the families. Please share this information out and be kind to people on the internet. And don't do weird stuff like Zav Girl. Treat these families with the utmost respect that they deserve and help them find their missing loved one. And, don't go overboard and do crazy stuff. Like, just do what you can. We're not the law enforcement. We're just here to share the information to help get the word out on the street so that more people will see about these cases. Yeah, that's very true. Absolutely, Arctic. And thank you, Arctic and Crystal, for being willing to share this. And anyone else who sees this live stream, if you are a creator and you would like to have Vannah on your channel to be able to shine a light on Jaden Carpenter's case, we would be so grateful. We would be so grateful because working together, we don't always have to agree about cases, and we can all agree to disagree, but we're all adults. We can still choose to get along and not, argue and fight. We have to work together for the greater good because it's not important us personally. What's important is these people that are missing, and we've got to get this information out. So please go over and share all of the information about Jaden Carpenter and smash this like button. Share this live stream out on your social media because it gets Jaden Carpenter's name in the algorithm, and it's not in the algorithm because there's only been one media push by WKRN News, and that was in October of 2022. We need to get the media to pick back up on this story and get it trending again. We've got to get people talking about this case, and hopefully someone will come forward with information so we can help bring Jaden home to her family. So I thank you guys for joining me on this Tuesday night. I'm sure there's lots of stuff going on YouTube that you guys want to get over and go see. So I'm going to try to be live in a couple of days talking about another case, and I hope that you guys will join me. And until then, take care, and I hope you guys have an amazing week. I'm going to pull up an outro to take us out of here, and I'll see you guys later.